Few bands need a ton more. If we empty out the that's a drum roll.
Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions taking on Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our sixth season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And, CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of course, and we've got a good one right here out of the gates. I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers wearing single-digit numbers. But even more than that, I want to see the changes defenses have made because last year, we averaged 49.6 points per game. That's the highest ever by 3 full points. Can these defenses make an adjustment and start to catch up?
Yeah, passer rating, CD, an all-time high. Completion percentage, also an all-time high. So as you said, will those numbers continue to climb northward, or will the defenses adjust? A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo now. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When we're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep is the former Seahawk, Golden Tate. Pulled in at the 24. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. We see Matthew Stafford, the one-time Georgia Bulldog, set to pilot the offense of the Detroit Lions.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now it's Stafford. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 27. That's going to be caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay, 27 yards. And the Lions are on the board here first in the season opener. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Here's Mostert. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, second down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo, and that is incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now it's Tate. And they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. Defense. So tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And some room to maneuver. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Now it's Swift. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Swift. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, 49 yards. And the Lions have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do?
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Romeo Okwara. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo over the middle, complete to Samuel. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Time for another look at this Lions offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. Throwing is Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Again, it's Stafford. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Open is Tate. Touchdown, Lions. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter. And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. 49 yards for him on the ground in this first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. 2nd down, here's Mostert again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle. It's tight end. And now it's second down. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On second down, Mostert. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. On the counter, Sermon. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The kick by Gold is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And Detroit back in possession of the football. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. Golden Tate with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
93 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And they go jet sweep with a former running back, Hurd. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Mostert. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Samuel bringing in the slant.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Back to the running game with Mostert. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
Michael Brockers continues to bring leadership to the table as well as stout play in the interior. Traded to the Lions back in March after 9 seasons with the Rams. 5 sacks in 2020, the most for him since 2013.
This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 77 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff to Swift. A beautiful fake. Whoa! It still won't go down. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Again, he finds an opening, and he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift, and he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Swift. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal. Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily, when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. On the handoff, this is Mostert, shedding the tackle and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's a sight that 49er fans like. George Kittle catching a pass for a first down. Remember, he only played in 8 games in 2020, but he was a 1,000-yard receiver in 2018, 2019. They're hoping he can regain his all-pro form this season.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 138 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Mostert will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run with Mostert, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert punching it in from a yard away. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Now, this has been a one-sided first half to this point, no doubt, but at least signs of life here. They're on the board. Yeah, and I think if they went to the halftime down big with 0 points on the board, it'd be a struggle to see them come out in the second half and play well. So very important, vital here. And if they make a huge comeback, we'll look back at this moment and point to the start of it. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet. He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off? Keep everybody here. Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far.
we could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Stafford looks to throw again. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Looking for Hawkinson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions have got it on cruise control.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it, the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. A throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45. Romeo Okwara in on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run right side with Mostert. Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. The Niners on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Again, it's Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers get a score closer. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
On first down, Swift. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Handoff comes to Peterson. Down right around the 25. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. First down, and they go with Swift again. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Peterson. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Again, Peterson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Adrian Peterson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Jimmy Garoppolo and his offense heading back on the field. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And able to use a stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he is going to have a Niners first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. That's complete to Dwelly, his tight end.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. He's at the 30, past the 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And now it's third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's going to let one fly for Tate. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it. That can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And that one's gone to halftime with the visiting Jags out in front. Marvin Jones, 2 touchdown catches in that first half alone. In the game you're watching, it's Matthew Stafford who's had it working in the first half. His 5 touchdown passes have him on a record pace. As for the call of the second half, we'll turn it back over to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Gold now out to kick it away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Here's Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mack. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Stafford delivers this to Hockenson, and they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
T.J. Hockenson came into the NFL with big expectations. His big strides, they came in year 2 when his receptions jumped from 32 as a rookie to 67 last year. They expect those numbers to continue to go up, and they will when he continues to make catches like that.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Throwing again is Stafford. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Back to throw, Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
On second and goal, Stafford to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think? I'm going to try and dial up on third and goal.
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And he forced this throw, nearly intercepted in the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fortunately, no turnover, but it is fourth down.
Open is Tate. Touchdown, Lions. Golden Tate with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. Play action. Now Garoppolo.
Open man is Ayuk, complete.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Well, Charles, looked like that had to be a mix-up there defensively.
You always question that type of confusion. They actually lost him in the middle of the field, gave him all sorts of room to run, and he took big-time advantage of it. That's an error you just can't make on the defensive side of the ball.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That is Tomlinson who is down. Boy, not what they want to see.
While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll run with Mostert.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
How about that stand defensively? The sticks were moving against them. 1st down after 1st down was being piled up. They had driven all the...
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it.
The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Gold with the extra point, so they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter.
This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now it's Swift.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Stafford going to give it to Swift. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They snap it to Stafford.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 21 yards there, a big play on 4th down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Swift.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Tate on the return. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And time to spotlight Golden Tate. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To the air again, Stafford.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Lions turned away on 4th down. Are going to get the football back.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So the challenge does not sway the official's decision. The spot of the football going to remain right where it is.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down. They hand it off to Mostert. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. To throw is Garoppolo. Catch is made by Hurd. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Charles, you take a look at the draft class for this offense. It's highlighted by a 1st-round pick who provides a much-needed boost to their offensive line.
And you and I both know it's the kind of pick that doesn't often get a fan base really excited. But I know who is excited. Their quarterback. He won't get hit as much, and that should improve the rest of the offense as well.
And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. Now a give to Mostert running right. Gets through, and now an opening. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Sermon now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Garoppolo now.
Gets this one to use check.
And they pick up a 1st down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And it's caught. Touchdown 49ers. Jalen Hurd. A 14-yard touchdown. And the 49ers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Everyone felt like this game was over, but to be able to stay in it, put together a drive, score a touchdown, that's got to be a positive for them.
Gold to add the extra point.
So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Throwing deep for Galladay. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Kenny Galladay with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Lions get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
And this will not be. It's a touchback. Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back.
He's closing in on 200 yards on the ground with the fourth quarter still to come. We're in the third. Good shot to get there.
And now he's got to make sure he convinces his coaching staff to leave him out there and keep touching the ball, because when you've had that kind of a day, there is a tendency to think about getting him out and saving some of it. Running backs never like to save yardage.
You know he's tapping his quarterback on the shoulder. I'll take the ball again, please, right?
Not turning down any carries.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he gets it up past the 35.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Garoppolo on first down.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. The throw over the middle, taken in, and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Garoppolo to Ayuk, first down 49ers.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Aleem McNeil brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Going for Hurd on the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
On the return, it's Tate. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And Detroit getting set to go now.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And that'll bring up second down. To throw, it's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. To throw, Kaepernick. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Donovan Peoples-Jones there to make the grab.
And the Lions are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
What a difference a year makes so far, at least. These guys last place in their division a year ago. Looking like they're going to move to 1-0 right now.
Not really unusual in the NFL, though, is it? Because we always talk about every year, 8-8 is kind of the baseline for everyone, plus or minus. And we've seen many teams go from worst to first. I know it's 1 week, but still, they're starting to think to themselves, we've got a chance this season.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for.
That'll bring up second down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Garoppolo.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away.
Here's Tate to return it. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. The Lions offense set to take over.
And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
And, this is Peterson remaining down on the ground. And apparently in some pain. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 4. We'll check on his status when we get back. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams.
And he is going to have a Lions first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Now Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, Kaepernick. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Kaepernick now on 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Kaepernick now to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back.
He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or 2.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Play action, Garoppolo. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Garoppolo.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Romeo Okwara able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked. because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Taken right around the 44. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Kaepernick. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They'll get 34 yards there.
Even with the big lead here in the...
Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide, and I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So for Kyle Shanahan, he had it right, as the challenge is a good one.
Escaping the pressure right.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
But going back to the same well, it's Hockenson again.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. To throw is Kaepernick. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Ahallamazing from 6 yards away. And the Lions have got it on cruise control.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's...
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Michael Brockers picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got Ayuk once again.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Hurd. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Just a yard to go here on second down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
The 49ers traded up to snag Brandon Ayuk and pick 25 in the 2020 draft out of Arizona State. He was in and out of the lineup a little bit in his rookie year. Only played in 12 games, but was awfully productive when he was out there with 60 catches. And there's another one, this time for a first down.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Throwing on first is Garoppolo.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw again.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, that's caught inside the 20. Touchdown!
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions just continue to pour it on.
You having fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. He'll look to throw.
And returns it right back to Samuel.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Garoppolo able to find Samuel there for a Niners first down.
Back to throw here. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down. They'll look to throw again. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. And yet again, it's Garoppolo.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Over the middle, he completes it to Hurd. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Garoppolo to throw. This is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Second down, Peterson again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They give it to Peterson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again, it's Williams. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And shedding through the tackle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Lions, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.